In 1722, a group of refugees fleeing Bohemia from persecution by the Roman Catholic Church landed in Saxony, Germany. They were all Christians. It was basically a church that had moved, or a group of churches that had moved. But in their relocation efforts, human fallen nature worked its way out, and trying to establish this life together as a community of refugees, they got cranky with one another, and they were struggling with leadership decisions, and there was a lot of infighting and dissension. And for 5 years they tried to build a little community, and all they could do was fight with each other. And the man who had graciously provided them the refugee space finally said, "I've had enough of this." And he said, "It is time for a change. And the only way I know how to do this is to pray." And so Ludwig invited the leaders of the community, all Christians, to pray with him. And it doesn't always happen this way, but they said yes. And so they began to pray in the month of May that God would show himself, that God would heal the community, that God would bring unity. Ironically, they called themselves the Unity of Brothers, and they were fighting. That God would bring unity and direction, and a revival broke out, transformed that little community. And the outcome of that revival was the recognition that God does things in response to his people's prayer. And so they resolved that they needed to be a praying community. And on August 27th, 1727, 24 men and 24 women committed to pray, each of them 1 hour a day, round the clock. And so began the Heron Hut prayer movement that lasted over 100 years. 24/7, someone was praying.